Hi guys, Songboy13. Time to give you a little update on our winter weather outlook. And as we know, it's 16th of November today, midway through the month. What is the outlook going to be like for next month? I'm going to keep this video relatively short but brief, but also sweet. But the weather potential outlook throughout December for next month is, beginning of the month, it is likely to be a reasonably cold month. We will see some snow potentially, but nothing too disruptive, and then probably about the second third of the month the weather will briefly turn milder, probably a bit more stormy weather around, approaching near mid-December, and then probably the most likely scenario with some computer models is that the second half of December it could be turning much colder with potential snowstorms or blizzards on the horizon. But it's this is just a few possible outlooks. Some computer models are a little bit open to question. The thinking is we'll see a cold start, briefly milder middle, and then second half it could turn potentially disruptive. But let's go through a bit of detail week by week. So as we know, the 1st of December this year will be on a Saturday, and as we know, the weather will be well, the thinking is we've got like a cold snap on the way, so particularly for the second half of November, temperatures are going to really struggle. 5 to 7 degrees Celsius will be our best temperatures, which is a little bit chilly for the time of the year, nothing too exceptional. It could even be colder than that. But it looks like it's like a blocking high, so when that happens, when we get a blocking high, it can take weeks normally for that blocking high to clear away. So potentially, although we will get winds from the east, doesn't always mean we'll bring in dry weather, but that does mean we'll bring in some showers, and if the air is quite cold enough, we could see some snow. So potentially, the blocking high could be likely to with us to begin December. It's not going to be completely disruptive. I think the thinking is, like, for the beginning of December, we will see plenty of sunshine around us. The winds will coming from the east, so it relatively brings in clearer air. But because of the showers that form around the east, they could be pretty extensive. So potentially some downpours, some hail and thunder. But because of the uncertainty of the temperature, it could potentially, if it's cold enough, bring in some quite some pretty heavy snow for a time. Not persistent, but it is quite likely, and mainly throughout the first full week of December, the 3rd to the 9th. What the thinking is the weather will relatively stay cold to begin the first few days of December. So rain, sleet, maybe a bit of snow at times. Some winds will be falling from the east direction. The reason why temperatures won't be quite as low at the moment, we've had a pretty warm summer and a pretty warm autumn as well, so the sea temperatures are slightly warmer than average, so maybe that's why the temperatures might not be quite as low. So I think the likelihood for snow is a little bit unlikely than it is throughout the second half, but even that, expect a little bit of snow, mostly sleet, hail and a bit of rain when the showers come along. So the winds could stay from the easterly direction throughout the first week of December. It does look like throughout the second week of December, for a few days, the winds will finally change direction, or the pressure will clear away. We'll see some Atlantic systems coming in across our weather, and possibly there are quite a few models that suggest that it could be quite stormy as well. So, like with the jet stream may change, you know, with the cold air in the north, moist, mild air in the south, amputates the air together, and we're probably facing around in the middle, or maybe just slightly above. So we possibly some quite heavy storms throughout near mid-month December, throughout the second week. So not as much sunshine, a lot more cloud. Temperatures may be near double figures on several days in a row, but quite windy, maybe even blustery with plenty of rain around at times. So we may see an absence of the cold snap throughout, let's say, second week of December. But then, let's say, the third week of December onwards, look, some computer models have predicted that the air will turn colder once again, as we may potentially see a northerly or northeasterly flow, as we may see another change in the jet stream and the wind direction, and depending where the lower and high pressure systems will be. Particularly around the second half of December, as the sea ocean temperature will probably be more colder than it will be throughout the first half, there is a more increased chance we could see some pretty sufficient snow showers, or even more longer spells of snow. So the thinking is second half of December, near up to the Christmas holidays, there will be some sunshine at times, but temperatures could be only just a few degrees above freezing at best. Few places may even struggle to get around freezing. It just depends how cold the temperature will be. because we've had, as I said before, we've had a pretty warm summer and a pretty warm autumn. So because the sea temperatures are slightly warmer than average, ideally the temperature across the land may be just a few degrees milder than, let's say, from last year's Beast of the East. So, but don't get me completely correct, but this is what I believe that could be. So we may see potentially some disruptive snow near the end of December, and there is a possibility we could see White Christmas, but it's likely to be either before and then during after Christmas. According to like the AccuWeather website, might not be accurate, but that's just a possibility of the outlook. But there's a slightly higher chance we could see White Christmas, as temperatures will be lower than average throughout the second half of December. And yes, there could possibly be some snow, even heavy snow featured in the broadcast. Will it be record-breaking snow? Very unlikely, but that's the outlook. The thinking is, I've looked through his computer models, and it's not saying all of them agrees, but majority would say, and even from the Met Office, beginning of December will stay cold, maybe not disruptively, not record-breakingly cold, but some snow showers likely, or some sleet and hail. Briefly milder but stormy around second week of December, and then second half of December onwards, and it could be quite a long one as well. Temperatures will stay below average for several weeks. Some sunshine, there will be dry days, but there is a possibility we could see some disruptive snow in certain areas. Some places might just see snow showers, others could see quite a lot of snow. That's just a possibility of the outlook. December could be a slightly colder than average month, and yes, some snow is kind of likely. So, hope you got me clearly. Not particularly 100% accurate with this, but I think that's what the outcome could be. Alright, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yes, give it a like, comment, subscribe. The next update will be mid-December. Date will be confirmed for January's outlook. But I'll keep you updated. And any questions, please comment below, and I'll try and see if I can answer them for you. Storm Snow out.